Welcome to the Power Platform track. Stay tuned for 3 days of learning, giveaways, and fun. Thank you to our keynote speakers for sharing their accessibility and technology stories. And thank you for being part of the Dynamics user group community. Let's welcome our first speaker of the day, Amna Khan, a technical consultant. Today, she will be presenting Power Platform Overview. Please stick around after Amna's session for a live Q&A.
Good day, everyone. First of all, welcome to the DynamicsCon 2021. My name is Amna Khan, and today I'm going to present a brief overview and deep insights about Microsoft Power Platform. But before proceeding ahead, I would like to say thank you to all the supporters who have voted for my session, and I would like to thank to DynamicsCon organizers and the team who supported and who helped me to bring out my session here. So let's start. So first of all, I would like to give a brief introduction for myself. Like I am an MCT and I am also working as a D365 and Power Platform technical consultant and have been associated with the industry for the last 5 years. And I am much excited with my journey and looking ahead to learn more, to grow, and to have experiences for all the things that are keeping and are being a part of Microsoft technologies. Okay, so the agenda for today's session is first we will start with a brief synopsis of Power Platform. Then we will have a deep dive for Microsoft Power Platform fundamentals that are very essential and are the base of Power Platform. Then we will look for the architecture that we have for Power Platform. And then we will look up feature detail analysis of all these fundamentals who are, making them robust and most powerful. So here we have, okay. So first of all, very basic questions like most of the people who are eventually consultant for either technical or functional, they know about Microsoft Power Platform. But this session is basically is about giving an overview and idea to all the people who are even not aware of this Power Platform can have a deep insights about the concepts of Power Platform, a brief analysis of Power Platform, and just to know why they should opt Microsoft Power Platform for their business implementations. Okay, so basically, Microsoft Power Platform is a group of product and services that are offered by Microsoft itself. It is privileging us to have end-to-end business implementations, such as you can easily create an application, you can easily automate your application processes, and you can have efficient and powerful conversation with your customers using Microsoft Power Platform. Even except of these, Microsoft Power Platform is about leveraging your connection with Microsoft Office 365, Microsoft Azure, and other third-party applications. So basically, it is a single go platform where you can easily, integrate your business application. You can have better insights of your application. You can have better representation of your data, and you can come up with the best approach to take next action to accelerate your business using Microsoft Power Platform and its fundamentals. Keeping in mind that what we have just discussed about Power Platform, basically Microsoft Power Platform provided us four things. Like these are the key areas that is analysis of data. Of course, for any company, for any organization, the most important part is data because data actually reflects the details about the customer, the details about the customer's next needs, and of course how you can earn more and how you can gain more insights about your business. So analyzing data is eventually a great part, an important part, and of course a rich feature to enhance your profit and to boost up your business. So Power Platform fundamental is basically providing us a functionality to analyze data more in rich ways. And then we have solution implementation in the form of Power Apps. Like we can easily develop Power Apps. We will cater on over this later, like how we can do that, how we can create Power Apps. But the part where we say build solution is reflected for Power Apps, Microsoft Power Apps. And then if we discuss how we can, automate the business processes, how we can regulate automation without human help, without keep engaging our team members or any organization member. The process that needs to be done manually on daily basis effort can be easily achieved using Power Automate by making automations. And then if we are willing to have a quick communication with our customers in terms of time efficiency, in terms of quick responses, in terms of easy and hassle free communication, for that we have a concept for virtual agents. And basically these four are the fundamentals. Now if we ever discuss about what Power Platform is, there are a quick picture come in our mind, that is it's all about the fundamentals of Power Platform, that is Power BI when we are talking about data visualization, data analysis. And when we are talking about implementation of business scenarios or business implementations, then we have concept for Power Apps. And if we are about to make automation in our business, this is all about the part of Power Automate. And for intelligent communication, efficient communication with customers as well as with agents, we have a concept for Power Virtual Agent. So here we can have a big picture representation of Power Platform. How does it look like? Like here is the end user applications, like any end user, that can be a technical person, that can be an end user and a customer, or even an agent, like who is within your organization or out of your organization, can interact with data in the form of these four fundamentals: Power BI, Power Apps, Power Automate, and Power Virtual Agent. And behind that, there is a common data layer works that is called Common Data Service, but now it is being called as Dataverse. And if you are having your integration with other systems, like with other third-party applications or with some kind of data source which is not a part of the Dataverse, then you have a concept for connectors and gateways. Before going into a live example, like how we can use this Power Platform and how we can implement our business, we have a quick video presentation provided by Microsoft that we will look forward.
Nancy is a marketing manager and key decision maker. She's been informed that her team's revenue was lower than anticipated this quarter. Nancy needs a tool that will allow her to delve deep into last quarter's numbers to come up with a plan of action for how they can increase revenue next quarter. Nancy relies on the ability to collaborate quickly within her organization, whether she's on the go or in the office. Microsoft Power BI is the tool that delivers the data she needs, wherever she is, and it's simpler and faster than ever before. Microsoft Power BI gives Nancy the ability to collaborate quickly within her organization. Apps like Salesforce, Dynamics, Adobe, and Google Analytics can be directly embedded, reducing workflow redundancies and creating a one-stop shop for her data needs. Microsoft Power BI gives her the ability to visualize data in an interactive, intuitive way, so she can consume quickly and delve deeper into the data with a targeted approach. Any Microsoft Power BI report seamlessly integrates across Microsoft applications, such as Teams and SharePoint Online. This gives Nancy the ability to consume and share information across the organization in just a few clicks. Along with familiar tools like Excel, Power BI gives Nancy the toolkit she needs to read data, create insights, forecast, and implement a plan of action on a wide range of business priorities. Thanks to Microsoft Power BI, Nancy has the insights she needs to make informed decisions. Go from data to insights in minutes. Any data, any way, anywhere.
Meet Olivia, a sales manager with an idea to help her store teams sell smarter. She wants to create an app for her store associates that will quickly surface key information to drive higher sales and a better customer experience. With no coding experience, Olivia uses Microsoft Powerapp to easily build this app herself. She wants her app to automatically put data-driven customer recommendations at her associates' fingertips while out on the sales floor. She can start from many pre-built templates or build the app from scratch. Either way, she can completely customize it to her unique needs. Olivia can connect to all the data she needs by leveraging the large library of connectors or use the powerful common data service that comes with Power Apps out of the box. She adds business logic to surface relevant customer information faster and adds barcode scanning to the mobile app before securely sharing it with her store teams. Casey, a top sales associate, is energized by how the new app helps her upsell merchandise. With the new mobile app, she is able to easily scan product barcodes while interacting with customers. The scan quickly surfaces related catalog items that may be of interest. After discussing these additional products, Casey identifies the customer and the app uncovers promotional discounts available if adding these items. Delighted by the offer, the customer agrees to purchase everything. Casey closes the sale and an automated email is sent to the customer with detailed product information. A bigger sale, a happier customer. Meanwhile, Olivia, back at headquarters, can track in real time how the app is increasing upsells via her interactive Power BI dashboard. Turn bright ideas into brilliant apps. Transform manual and outdated processes overnight with Microsoft Power Apps. An accounting professional. Her company uses Microsoft Power Platform to give Natasha and everyone in the organization the ability to create solutions that accelerate business. With no coding experience, Natasha can create process efficiencies using Microsoft Power Automate, Power Platform's end-to-end automation service with more than 300 connectors and hundreds of pre-built templates that save time and effort. Using Power Automate, Natasha easily creates a new secure workflow, code-free, with step-by-step guidance. She now wants her legacy apps to update in her system automatically to further expedite her processes and eliminate human error. Natasha chooses UI Flows, an RPA, or Robotic Process Automation feature, that records a user's manual steps across a designated workflow, whether on-premises or in the cloud, to ultimately automate those same steps for the user going forward. With just a few clicks, she creates a UI flow across all desktop and web apps, which is how Natasha is able to include her legacy apps in the automated workflow. UI flows can provide secure and scalable automations without needing APIs or connectors. Natasha performs the actions required for updating her legacy apps so that RPA with Power Automate can record her click steps. And when she's done, Natasha reviews the actions to ensure she has successfully transformed the once manual and time-consuming process into a powerful automation that performs the same work in a matter of seconds. Empower everyone in your organization to streamline their work today with Power Automate.
Yeah, so by the representation that we have from Microsoft, we just analyzed that how a user can analyze their data and how they can implement quick solution, and then how they can easily automate their processes, like a very quick and a very easygoing thing that seems. And of course, the Microsoft Power Platform is all about low code, no code, which means there is no hard rules for having professional developers to work and to develop things. It can be done by any citizen developer or even a business user who is a non-techie, or any person who is from C-level management, like anybody who is willing to have data representation, because C-level management is basically more inclined towards getting data analysis so that they can have provision for better data solutions and to have a better insights for their customers. So this is something like this Power Platform is basically a group for a thing that can capture all type of people group, no matter a managerial person or a technical person. They all can work and they all can get what they want from Power Platform on basis of their business desires. So what we have next is Power Platform architecture. But before proceeding there, I think we should consider an example, a live example where we can easily gauge up the uses of all these fundamentals and how Microsoft Power Platform can serve from a small to a big business organizations. Let's right in these days we are having, we are in a situation of epidemic COVID-19, so we all have suffered somehow in some kind of situations. So even if in keeping that scenario, like we have now a concept for vaccination, COVID-19 vaccination. So just consider an example of the scenario. A company or an organization who is, providing or who is offering some kind of vaccination for this disease, how they can have a better analysis of what the person needs or what a patient requires, or what are the needs and necessities of a patient, based on their age, based on their gender, based on their region area where they are living. So all these kind of functionalities, all these kind of key points can be catered as key performance indicators for data, and you can easily capture. Considering this example, like organization who is providing supplements, providing vaccinations, what will be their first step? It will be to analyze data, to analyze the number of patients that are being affected, the number of people who are willing to, acquire this vaccination so that they can prevent themselves from this disease, and so on. So analysis comes first. Now consider example of Power BI that we have. If we have Power BI, we can easily, cater data because it has features to connect data from different data sources, and it can easily provide us beautiful and enriched representation for data based on setup KPIs, based on setup points that we need to figure out and filter out data. Even we can do filtration using natural language. It supports that as well. So this is how we can use Power BI. Now considering we have already catered all the data analysis, like we are done with the data analysis, data insights and all. Now we are willing to provide a solution. In our example, the solution is how we can transfer, how we can, provide vaccination to the public, to the regional people. So again, there kind of some interaction needs to be done between the two, between the organization and between the customers. So how we can do that? Again, there would be some kind of interface that needs to connect both of them. In that case, we can have Power Apps, and in Power Apps we have three kind of Power Apps: Canvas app, Model Driven app, and Portal apps. In this scenario, we can have Portal app, which we can use. We can provide that application to the customer who can log into our system, can submit their data, their age, their position, their region where they are living, and they can submit their data on basis of their submit address, and with the request like how much medicine they required. The company can easily cater their data. There is another going way like a flow for data, capturing data and saving that data again in your data sources. This can be again different kind of data sources. It can be Dataverse, it can be something else, some other integrated system. So that depends on the business scenario. Now consider a customer is submitting a request, providing all the details for its family and for himself or herself, and making a request to have a vaccination delivered to their address. Suppose this can be done using Power Portal app basically, and now the organization is about to deliver the medicine. But considering this request is getting in bulk situation, like you don't have much time to take a analysis deeper analysis for one request one by one. You are receiving data in bulk, like in million records and billion records you are getting daily basis transaction in your portal app. Now what you can do, you can have a better to create an automatic process for this, like you can easily cater the data, the requirements of customer, and you can respond them accordingly that we have received your request, we are providing you the services, these are the days, these are the timelines, and whatever your invoice is, all the details. This can be easily done using Power Automate, where you can inform the customer like, yeah, we have received your request, we are working on it, and on the same time you have to inform the management as well, like how many customers you are having, how many people are trying to approach you, how many people are giving you a positive feedback or a negative feedback, and what is the situation, like what kind of medicine is going forward and what are the beneficiaries you are having in the scenario. So catering this example, we are having three fundamentals covered up: Power BI, Power Apps, and Power Automate. Now consider the same scenario that we are having many customers, and there you have a limitation for your service agents. You cannot have multiple, you cannot have million of agents who can serve up to communicate with your customer immediately, who can respond to the customer query immediately. Let's suppose there is a patient who is having such kind of medicine or vaccination, but they are not aware about the dose within their age limit, or they are having some kind of emergency, or they are having some kind of allergy with some medicines or anything that can be a natural thing can be happen. So in this scenario, how we can capture, we can, instead of placing our agents to have communication one to one with the customer, there is an easy going way that we should create our virtual agent that have capacity, who can think smart, because we can configure them in that way that they will use AI features, AI capacities, and they can respond quickly to the customer. Within seconds your customer is also satisfied, your business is flourishing. Okay, so considering this example that we have right now, we can easily interact more efficiently, more quickly with the customer on a single go by just using this Power Virtual Agents. So now, considering this example in this epidemic where we all are in the dying situation, and we can see so many drastic situation around us, so we can implement Power Platform, we can have business implementations like this. This is just an example. We have so many businesses, like almost all, from starting a small business to a big huge enterprise, they can easily have Power Platform implementations, because it has so many, robust and powerful features that can easily handle OCI controls. Then we have a concept for natural language processing. Even we have intelligent bots installation, like we can, we can automate, even for automation of our processes we need to make the flows manually to automate our process. But there is a further concept. If we are willing to automate the process creation as well, we have a concept for RPA as well, that is called robotic process automation. This is also, a very cool and enchanted feature for a Power Platform. So now moving ahead with our agenda, that is Power Platform architecture. So now we will look forward like how it does behave and how does it interact with Microsoft Cloud. So here we have, these are the fundamentals. In short, this is Power Platform, how we see Power BI, Power Apps, Power Automate, and Power Virtual Agents. Now, this is how we technically check how these applications are interacting with data. There is a common data layer that is called Dataverse. And if we are having our data outside of the organization or outside of the common data, we have connectors to connect data immediately and to have transactions on a flow. And if we are having some capacities where we need to, make some intelligent solutions, we have concept for AI builder where we need to train the model, need to fix some data, like some KPIs for the model training, and then we are good to go to have this feature. On top of it, how does it work? Like all these four fundamentals of our platform are basically built on top of these connectors, data layers, and on beneath that we have Microsoft public cloud that is called Azure and Microsoft hybrid cloud that is Office 365. All the data that we can see in Dataverse, in data connectors, like where data connectors and in AI builders have their beneath part, like have their base for Microsoft Azure and Office 365. And besides that, like on top of all all of these, we have T365 applications, like we have uh, sales, field service, marketing, customer service. We have other applications, we have other Microsoft products that are based on top of these. That in this list we have finance and operations, talent, e-commerce, and so many else. Besides that, we have ISVs applications that are basically based on top of what we have in our D365 applications, but they are basically created customer as per customers' need, like they are custom applications. And of course, all other applications that are native to Microsoft platform that can be published over Microsoft App Source are here. So on a big picture, we can have a detailed analysis like this. We have Microsoft App Source who is catering data based on these four fundamentals. The data is coming from data layers in the form of common data service or in the form of connectors or AI builder who are basically residing on Microsoft public cloud platform that is called Azure. And of course, another cloud that is called hybrid cloud that is Office 365. So basically, this is a complete, big picture analysis for what we have as an architecture of Power Platform. And how does it comes with respect to the users? So basically the base layer is not for any user. This is basically something that is being taken care by Microsoft is responsible for having all the services for this layer, the security, extensibility, everything. What is in our hand, like what is in the domain for the customer, or what is in the point of concern for any business, is to have licensing. The licensing part is what we have to care about. The rest of the things are totally come under domains of Microsoft. Then we have what we see, like as we just discussed, the benefit of Power Platform is it is leveraging a citizen developer to work to create application. Even a person who is not much aware, who is not a a professional developer, even can work, even can create beautiful apps, even can create beautiful data analysis using Power Platform fundamentals. And then we have, okay, so now we have Power Platform fundamentals. Though we look for the overview of all these fundamentals, but now we will look forward for how we can, use the main features of each of these fundamentals and what are the key features for all these. So first of all, what we have is Power BI, and Power BI, yeah, using Power BI, we have a feature we can easily, getting different data sources data on a single screen within a single connection. So there is no heads up, there is no, heading point for paying additional for multiple data sharings, multiple resources, and multiple heads up for analysis of data. You are just good to go on a single screen. You can do your analysis, you can do your filtration, you can, create your own visualizations based on your KPIs, based on your concerns. And then we have another feature that is, okay, smart tool. So basically by smart tool, it's mean it has a tight integration with Excel. And as we already know that Excel is an intelligent tool in terms of data analysis and representation. And so providing a deep integration of Power BI and Excel, we can easily opt the features, we can easily opt the data sciences that we have in Excel on Power BI. Like we can easily replicate the conditions, we can easily replicate the data scenarios of what we have in Excel. We can already have them on Power BI as well. Next, what is it? Okay, this is about security. So, security, of course, is another main concern for any organization, no matter a small or a big organization. Security is the basic part that everybody needs to. So, using Power BI, we can have, sensitivity labeling. That is an enriched feature of what Power BI is providing or is, comprised of. And then we have concept for end-to-end implementation, encrypted security implementation, and real-time data access monitoring. So these kind of features that is Power BI is, comprises of. So keeping all together, we have summarized that Power BI is a charting tool, a quick tool who can, cater data from different sources, can present them all in a single data service, and can easily be, all the reports that we have in Power BI, we can visualize them as embedded dashboard in D365 applications as well. So here we have a pictorial representation. How does it look like? Then we have, yeah, Power Apps. So basically we have three type of Power Apps: model driven app, Canvas app, and portal app. So basically, if we are making some kind of, architecture level change, or we are going with some kind of deep customizations where we need intervenes of two modules, or we should say out of the box features that needs extensibility, in these terms we should opt for model driven apps. And if we are having a task based customization, we are just, a task service is required. For the scenario, Power App, Canvas app is a good feature. Then we have concept of portal app, that is very similar when you are having your data capturing, or when you are having your data catering from out of your organization, like for an end user, you have feature for portal app. So let's look for the features that we have for Power Apps. Yeah, the first and the important feature of Power App is get start quickly. That is, they are very time efficient. No need for professional developers. Can be done, easy interface, drag and drop controls, and you are good to go with your customizations and with your business requirements. You can easily develop applications quickly. Okay, and then we have, yeah, again, if you are having limitations, like if you are not good for experience, such as you don't have much technical experience and you are willing to develop your application, you can do that because Power Apps have already, built-in templates available. In case there are some customizations where these built-in templates cannot work, in that scenario, you can have an application creation from scratch. Then we have, okay, extensibility for developers. This is something specific for professional developers, like extension in your application. What we have in Power App, if we are about to opt for something that is extending the functionality of these applications, for that we have concept for Azure Function App. We have concept for custom connectors. Using these features, we can easily implement and we can easily enhance the out of the box functionalities. We can enhance functionality of Power Apps, specifically leveraging professional developers as well as seasoned developers, as well as a non-technical person, to have developed their Power App, to have fulfill their business requirement in terms of business solution quickly and efficiently. Okay, and then we have, yeah, here is an example of a Canvas app that is being showed on a tablet interface. Okay, so we have Power Automate. Using this, we can easily, automate our processes. So we will look forward what are the key features for Power Automate. Boost productivity, of course, within time limit, within time efficiency, and with seamless productivity, we can easily create our flows efficiently using built-in connectors, using predefined templates. We can easily create flows. We can easily trigger our condition, and we can set up the business scenarios. And then we have, yeah, security. This is basically about how your data is secure using Power Automate. So basically all the integrations and all the automations that is being done using Power Automate is basically resides under the domain of Dataverse, Common Data Service. Again, so this is a secured layer for your data and your process automations. And then we have concept for intelligent workflows to work. Okay, so here we have concept for AI capacities. Like we have AI capabilities as well for Power Automate. Using that, we can have, we can achieve intelligent functionality, smart functionalities of our workflows. Here you can see a pictorial representation for Power Automate. You can see the steps. There are steps defined, condition defines, filtrations, and then the conditions that should be triggered on the next action that is dependent on the condition, whether it is yes or no. So now we have another and last feature of Power Platform, that is Power Virtual Agent. Okay, again, we just discussed earlier in the start of the session, like how this virtual agent can help us. It can, easily interact. It can easily provide communications with our customer, can easily answer their queries, saving time, engaging customer more efficiently, providing efficiency in terms of utilizing less resources, providing more. There are some scenarios where you can easily you can easily configure your agents who will interact with the customer. If there is some certain query arises, it will eventually connect the customer with the agent as well. It can also have option, it can also have these capacities, these smart features to judge and to make decisions on based of the queries that is being asked from customer. It can have a decision capacity such as where to move, how to move, and what type of query that need to further forward on for agent or for any C-level management, like that. It depends on the configurations that we can do. Again, this is something where you doesn't need to have a knowledge for how AI capacities, or you don't need for having any AI experience. So something that is being, pointing concern for Microsoft, who is providing us this feature. The only focus area for us is to how we can configure them and how we can, leverage the necessities and how we can have our business insights well and smartly. So then we have, as just discussed, it can take action based on the customer query. Okay, smarter bots. Yeah, we have option for, Microsoft bots framework, where we can use and we can, integrate capacities and capabilities of AI, and we can create smart bots. This is how it looks like. This is how it works basically. uh, Here you can see two-way communication of a bot. Alongside, on the right side, it is communicating with a customer. On the left side, it is communicating with an agent. Both together on a single go, smartly, efficiently, and of course, most important is time sensitivity, time efficiency. So this is great. Okay, so I just hope that you have enjoyed this, quick and brief introduction, brief synopsis of Microsoft Power Platform. And in the end of session, I think we all are able to easily gauge up about the details, the fundamentals that we have, their purposes, how they can serve, what are their capacities, and of course, last but not the least, why we should opt, or why one should opt Microsoft Power Platform for their business, how they can, enhance or increase their business capacity. So I hope you enjoyed it, and let's have a, quick interaction, and let's have a quick session over our live Q&As. I would love to answer your queries and would love to interact. Thank you so much.
Hi, Amna. How you doing today?
I'm doing great. How about you?
Doing good. A nice, beautiful Tuesday morning at DynamicsCon. So it looks like we have some questions from the chat. One of the most frequent one was, where can a beginner find some good training resources?
Yeah, yeah, I just read all the questions and I would like to answer. Like for quick learning and for basic learning, we have a platform provided by Microsoft that is called Microsoft Power Platform Resources. I'm going to share that link here as well over the chat. So you can use that. You can, have learning exposure there. It has mostly videos and blogs available for beginners as well as for professional level users. So there you can use that. And besides that, I look for a question, like it was mentioned, like Microsoft Flows is more about like recording a macro. So yeah, you can say that because it is leveraging a capacity. Like there is no need for resource reservation that we have right now, or we have concept in D365 customer engagement that it occupied resources to trigger a flow. So you don't have this, limitation over MS Flows, and overall, it can, make your automation automatic as well. Like this is called RPA, as I have briefed in the session as well. So yeah, it is kind of a recording method.
Wow, okay. And then we had some other questions a little bit earlier about how to build an automation in Powerapp.
Yeah, for doing automation in Power Apps, we have a tool available from Microsoft as well. This is called Power Platform Build Tools, like Power App Build Tools. This is a name of this particular tool that is used for Microsoft ALM. Using this tool, we can easily automate our applications, like our Power applications. Power Apps can easily be deployed with automation. If we are willing to perform build automation, if we are willing to schedule our build deployments, we can do that. We have a tool available by Microsoft itself. Before that, we have another tool available for that, that is also called as Power DevOps tool, but it is a third-party tool provided by Warehouse. But now Microsoft itself providing us a tool that is called Powerapp Build Tool, so you can use that to make your automations for deployments and for builds.
Okay, well, very interesting. And then also there was another one that had come up on when to use a Canvas app and a model-driven Power App.
Okay, so basically, when you are doing something that is dependent on a particular task, or I should say a task-based implementation, if you have, then you should opt for Canvas app. Uh, you know, uh, Focusing on limited user, focusing on limited functionality, it is good option to go for Canvas app. And again, if you are doing something that is also enhancing or improvising your structure for your Dataverse, or making some other kind of integrations in your system with your Dataverse or inside or outside of your Dataverse, it is good to practice for model-driven app.
And I think this would be a great just kind of overview for everyone. How did you get started in your Power journey?
I started it as of initially I started my career as a .NET developer, but soon I was get introduced with customer engagement, where we do so many customizations, creations of workflows and all, like the deep insights for customer engagement applications, sales, marketing, customer service, and all. And then when there was a concept for T365 arises, the concept for CRM online, the inclusion of cloud,
Yes.
that was the point. Yeah, that was the point that excites everybody, I believe, to look for and to learn for Power Platform, because Power Platform is basically leveraging all of us to work over cloud.
Well, I think a lot of people can kind of take from that and kind of go on the same journey. So that's great to hear. And then we got another question that said, oh, the stream is, if the stream is not loading for any of you guys, feel free to just refresh your page. That should refresh your stream. So that should help for answering any questions or asking any questions. And then we got another question a little bit earlier. Let's see. In addition to training, is there any other good resources other than just the Microsoft platform? Did you take any training personally or go through any individual resources?
Yes, there are other available. Tutor site is the one that provides so many good tutorials besides what we have from Microsoft. So I think you should go for it. I'll post the links for all these platforms here in the chat.
Well, thank you. Thank you for that, Amna. And let's see if we have any more questions coming in or if there's anything else that you would want to go through. I saw that you had gone through the D365 flows and more of it being a macro. Let's see. I think that's it for any questions coming in. Oh, let's see here. Scroll up. Do you have anything else that you want to include? I see that Kim had asked if there was a beginner class today to go into the actual step-by process for creation.
Can you please stop again?
Kim had just asked, will the beginner class today go into actual step-by-step process creation? Is that the link for training that you had provided?
Process creation. Yeah, there is. Let me share the link with you. So basically, here you go.
reload our page and make sure that it's on there. And do you have any good tips and tricks for people who are just starting off other than the Microsoft training? Is there anything that you learned that you think would be beneficial for someone starting off on this?
Yeah, for that, I would say just go create trial account for the 365 and Power Platform. Just come up with the real life scenarios that we have because nature teaches us a lot to implement for the technology. So the best to learn is to observe the nature, try to digitalize the real world examples in your application. This is the one that you can easily learn this platform. You can have hands on over this platform. As in my session I just discussed the details for the current situation of COVID, so you can have different scenarios mapped. So I think I would say it would be depending on a self learning, like how much you are inclined to automate the system that you can find in your real life. You can how much you can perceive from your nature. So this is the thing.
And then I also just got this link from Amna, so I'll provide it to everybody for a good blog and resource for Powerapp's learning. So everybody feel free to check that out. But Amna, I think that's it for questions today. Do you have any final things to say to everybody or anything else that you want to go over?
Yes, I would like to say thank you to the team for DynamicsCon and to all the wonderful speakers and presenters. And I am looking ahead for some amazing sessions and wishing everybody best of luck for their session. And thank you so much for listening to my session and attending my session. It's great. Thank you so much.
Thank you, everybody. Have a great rest of your DynamicsCon day.
Thank you. Good luck.